Today, we're diving into a film that's so wild it makes Hunter S. Thompson's drug-fueled adventures look like an episode of Sesame Street. It's a movie about drugs, wildlife, and plane crashes. And no, I'm not talking about the secret backstory of Air Bud. No, we're talking about Cocaine Bear, a movie that's sure to get your blood pumping faster than a line of coke and proves that even bears have a taste for the white stuff. So picture this. You're a bear, just living your best life in the woods, when suddenly, bam, you find a bunch of coke just lying around. I mean, what would you do? Would you just walk away? Hell no, you'd snort that shit like it's your last meal. So move over Paddington, cause this bear is on another level. I mean, he's like Scarface meets Winnie the Pooh. And the best part, he's a method actor. He actually snorted coke to get into character. Now that's dedication. This movie follows the story of a bear who accidentally ingests a ton of cocaine and goes on a wild, drug-fueled rampage. And you thought your last weekend bender was wild. This movie is like if The Hangover and The Revenant had a love child and then fed it a kilo of blow. It's intense, it's ridiculous, and it's based on a true story. And don't worry, PETA, no bears were seriously harmed in the making of this movie. The only thing wounded was their dignity. The bear absolutely steals the show in this movie, giving a performance so wild it puts Nick Cage to shame. I mean, this bear had more lines than Charlie Sheen in the early 2010s.
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. You know, I get tiger blood, man.
But in all seriousness, the human characters were a bit underdeveloped, one-dimensional, and terrible caricatures. I guess it's hard to compete with a bear that's high as a kite. That being said, it was still fun to watch them try to catch the drugged-up animal. Before we continue, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment, and share the link on social media. It helps let YouTube know my video is worth watching and will send out notifications. It really helps the channel. Now, if you like what I do and want to support my channel, consider becoming a channel member. You'll gain access to exclusive content like member live streams and have your name listed at the end of my videos.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I appreciate every single one of my supporters. Way more than you know.
They're doing their part. Are you?
It would really help me out. Now back to the high life with Cocaine Bear. Listen, when your co-star is a bear on cocaine, it's hard to outshine them. But the human actors did a decent job considering the circumstances. The entire human cast was, well, about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. But, I mean, who cares about them? No one came to this movie for the acting. This bear was so high, it makes Cheech and Chong look like lightweights.
Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
I, for one, was rooting for the bear the whole time. It's like the director said, hey, let's make a movie about a bear on coke. And the bear was like, I'm in, but only if I get to maul some people along the way. And the direction of this movie was solid. The director did a great job of balancing the ridiculousness of the story with some genuine tension and suspense. There were a few moments where I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen next, and that's saying something when the main character is a drug-addled bear. Cocaine Bear has a real sense of style, with a lot of fast cuts and wild camera angles, and the way they portrayed the bear's drug-induced hallucinations is both hilarious and trippy. It's like if David Lynch directed a Care Bears movie.
Are you a Care Bear?
I'm an intensive Care Bear.
Why does the bear need a crowbar?
The director really let the bear take charge, and boy, did he deliver. It's like they said, hey bear, can you wreck this cabin and chase these people through the woods? And the bear was like, oh, I'm already on it. But this bear is like a furry Rodney Dangerfield, always getting no respect from the people. The writing is sharp and funny, with plenty of clever jokes and puns. The dialogue was snappy, and there were a few genuinely funny lines. I mean, I haven't seen this much coke since the polar bears in the Coke commercials started their own cartel. But let's be real, the bear is the real comedian here. He's like a furry Dave Chappelle, always killing it. The cinematography in this movie was fantastic. There were some truly beautiful shots of the wilderness, and the action sequences were shot in a way that made you feel like you were right in the middle of the chaos. As for the special effects, they were top-notch. Well, top-notch for a movie about a high bear. That bear looked realistically high. When it came to the stunt work, it's like they asked the bear, "Hey bear, can you smash through this window?" And the bear was like, "Sure, but only if you give me some more coke." Overall, this movie's not going to win any Oscars, but it's not trying to. It's a fun, ridiculous ride that doesn't take itself too seriously. If you're in the mood for something that's equal parts hilarious and horrifying, then Cocaine Bear is the movie for you. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 lines of cocaine. And that's it for today. Remember kids, drugs are bad unless you're a bear in a movie. Then they're hilarious.